Hello, class. This is Quiz for Review covering chapters 8, 12, and 15. And this is the last quiz for this semester. The 7 components of blank are cardiorespiratory fitness, muscular strength, muscular endurance, metabolic fitness, flexibility, functional fitness, and body composition. We're talking about physical fitness. Cardiorespiratory fitness describes the effective pumping of blood through the body. Muscular strength describes how much one can lift, push, or press a given weight. Muscular endurance, the ability to perform the repeated muscular effort. Flexibility, the range of motion around specific joints. Functional fitness, performances of daily living, just things that you would do throughout your day, describes functional fitness. And body composition describes the relative amounts of fat and lean tissue, the ratio of fat to lean muscle, lean tissue is what we're talking about there. All right. The number of reps of the same exercise. Those are sets. Which medical condition occurs when bones lose density, become soft, and are more susceptible to injury? That's osteoporosis. A single performance of an exercise describes reps. In a long-term fitness plan, the first 4 to 6 weeks, it is advisable to limit workouts to low-intensity exercises and work toward a routine that can be maintained for a lifetime. If your goal is to tone and build muscle, gradually increase the duration and intensity of your workouts to blank intensity for the next 4 to 5 months or until you reach your goal. That would be moderate. What types of stretching can pose harm? The 2 types are ballistic and dynamic. Ballistic stretching describes rapid bouncing movements like bouncing in a splits position. Dynamic stretching describes like walking lunges. That would be a great example of that. Okay. This health condition primarily affects male bodybuilders. They tend to maintain rigid workouts and diet regimens. They may use substances and have a preoccupation with the body that interferes with their daily lives. That is muscle dysmorphia. Frequency, how often, intensity, how much power, time, how long are you going to spend on this exercise routine, and type, varying the types of exercises, low intensity exercises, moderate, maybe high intensity, and so on. Okay, we are talking about FIT. FIT is the acronym that describes frequency, intensity, time, and type. Alcohol Anonymous, according to Alcohol Anonymous, 12-step program, the most challenging step for addicts is blank to being an addict. That is admitting. The only behavioral addiction officially recognized as a psychiatric diagnosis, that would be gambling disorder. Incidentally, the form of gambling preferred by younger adults is internet poker. Caffeine is the most widely used blank drug in the world. That would be psychoactive. When we talk about caffeine, there's three products that I'd like to just spend a moment on. That is coffee, chocolate, and energy drinks. An adult's consumption should be approximately 400 milligrams per day. On average, coffee supplies about 100 milligrams. Chocolate, on the other hand, ranges from milk chocolate to dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is about 100 milligrams, but dark chocolate can be 2.5 times that at 250 milligrams. Energy drinks takes it to a whole nother level because they're unregulated. The caffeine amount ranges from a half a cup to 5 cups. So you never know exactly what you're getting in an energy drink. Other products that also have caffeine are green tea, yerba mate, gum, and coffee and chocolate flavored foods. So be aware. This disorder has a similar effect on the brain and behavior as other addictions, that is gambling. Although most users have drug preferences, many use different types of drugs. This behavior is known as polyabuse. I actually have pictures on all of these, but for some odd reason, they're not showing up in this PowerPoint. So it looks like it's a bunch of open space, but really there is a photo there that's not appearing on the screen. Moving on. The class of drugs known as blank triggers the release of epinephrine, which stimulates the central nervous system. Those are amphetamines. A pattern of abuse, a pattern of substance use resulting in a negative consequences or impairment describes drug abuse. Tetrahydrocannabinol is the principal active ingredient in marijuana. You also may see the acronym THC, which is tetrahydrocannabinol. Gerald suddenly feels numbness in his right leg and has trouble speaking. He is likely experiencing a little stroke, which is also known as a transient ischemic attack, or TIA. TIAs act as a warning sign that a more severe stroke is evident. In fact, 1 in 3 people who experience a TIA will have a stroke within the next 5 years. So suffering a TIA alone doubles the risk of a heart attack, but it might escalate to the point of a stroke. Jim has at least 3 symptoms: a waist circumference greater than 40 inches, triglycerides above 150 milligrams per deciliter, blood pressure higher than 130/85, blood pressure greater than 110, and or low high density lipoproteins. It is the high density lipoproteins that are good, but if you have only a small amount of them, then your body would be suffering. In any case, Jim shows signs of metabolic syndrome. Many people with blank have high levels of both glucose and insulin. That would be insulin resistance. Which part of the heart receives blood from the veins? That would be the atrium. Which part of the heart contracts to pump blood out into the arteries through a set of valves? Those are ventricles. Insufficient oxygen to a portion of the heart describes a myocardial infarction, more commonly called a heart attack. With a physician's authorization, women can receive a blank as early as age 20, the gold standard for detecting breast cancer. That is a mammography. Fats that flow through the blood after meals are known as triglycerides. And we arrive at your extra credit question. It will come from Addiction 101, which is a film, if you have yet to watch it, that is located in Module 4. Your quiz will open on Thursday. That would be May 9th. And will open on May 9th at 6 a.m. and will close on Friday, May 10th at 11:59 p.m. I think that's all you need to know. I wish you all luck. If you have questions or need assistance with anything, either inbox me or feel free to come to my office hours on Tuesday and Wednesday.